Dude, I am getting excited, though. I'm getting nervous for the flight.
Yeah.
It's only my second time flying, so.
Oh, geez, man. I'm getting on a flight tomorrow and heading overseas, crossing the pond again.
Oh, that's going to be crazy. Who are you pulling? Robbie said something about it.
I can't say.
Oh, okay.
But it'll be a good match.
I got you. Arm Wars?
Yep.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
Yep. Chat.
That comes with the taco set.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. So we got a few more people in here now. Basically, we are gonna do the 220 round robin bracket reveal. We always do it with all the round robins. It's our cool way of doing it. Letting the pullers know their matchups each round, and we'll talk about a few potential matchups as we go. And yeah, gonna be very exciting. Cannot wait to go out there to Arizona State. A lot of studs are going to be out there, not just the 220 class. The tournament's going to be a blast. Tim, you want to tell us a little bit about it before we do this thing?
Yeah, so starting off Friday night, we'll do our weigh-ins. I think I don't have my paper in front of me, 5 to 7, I think. And then we'll kick off some super matches. Don Underwood versus Joe Meek. Right-handed, that'll kick us off, and then we'll go into Nathan McCallan and Mega Mike. That'll be a banger. And then the final match will be Giannis versus Austin Tevis. So we'll see what this young American has, and then that shouldn't take too long. Those will probably be some quick, really good matches, and then we'll set up some chairs on the stage, and we'll run the 220 round robin press conference. And then they're another weigh-in Saturday morning, and then we'll kick right in 10 a.m. sharp. Plan on having 2 tables, so we'll have the table running, and then we'll have 2 guys on deck, so it'll literally just bounce back and forth. We have multiple camera angles. We have a really good production team coming in of like 8 guys that are running this production. Robert Kelly's even going to come over and help out. So it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be a lot of good angle shots with a live guy walking around on the stage. So it'll be really good. Yeah, I mean it shouldn't take too long, especially with guys being ready on deck. We're not having to call guys up and wait for them. Like, they should already have their chalk. I got another set of referees right there. We're just gonna bounce back and forth.
Okay, let me ask you that, because I think I misunderstood you. You're gonna have 2 tables, but one's going at a time. Yep. Okay, I see what you're saying. So then they can just jump right into the match.
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll have one match going. As soon as that match is going, the camera will flip to the other one, and then that match will be starting, and we'll call the on deck on the other one. That way we don't have, when you add up the downtime, you're at almost 45 minutes or so to an hour of downtime just announcing people.
Yep.
So this way,
I like that.
Yeah, this way it gives, fresh referees, everybody stays fresh, by bouncing back and forth all day long.
Okay. Yeah, I might have to incorporate that in 2 weeks for our women one. I didn't think about doing that. That's actually smart.
Yeah, it just speeds it up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that is a great idea.
Greg Julian said, "What's up, guys?" Bob Brown's watching. And Jeremy Parker said, "What's up, fellas?"
What's up?
Yeah, I only have the stream here. I guess I don't have the chat for what are we live on? YouTube?
Facebook and YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason it doesn't give me the chat either. So Chris, if you see the chat, just kind of chime in when you see it, because it's not
guys.
Either.
I got it. Robert said, "What's up?"
Whoever's out there, hello.
Did you say Craig said what's up?
Craig did, Jeremy did, and Robert Kelly just jumped on and said, "What's up?"
What's up? Yeah, man, this is going to be. I'm curious to see how it turns out. I am. I think there's probably 4 favorites. Wouldn't you think? I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can't really say that because I don't know some of them, and I know some of the guys haven't pulled each other. So it's kind of an unknown. But We're gonna find out. I'm curious to see if Craig can carry the weight. He just won the overalls in Louisiana State, and he won the 220 class. So, if he can carry the weight and be double champion like Hunter, man, that would be crazy. That would be insane.
Jeremy,
that'd be
Jeremy
awesome.
said that he thinks we're going to have another double champion, Craig Tullier.
It's possible. It's very possible.
Very possible.
I think Brent is a favorite too. Man, he's always a tank. That's going to be an exciting match. I'm wondering where they'll shake out in these rounds, and we're going to find out here in just a minute when we start plugging these things in. It's going to be crazy. All right, y'all ready for the first name?
Yeah, I mean that's like we're about to do right now. This is going to tell all, in my opinion.
So it's how I got it laid out. It's all folded up pieces of paper. It's all mixed up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to explain it to you guys. I got Corey's bracket system set up. I have 12 spots. Each spot has a number in it. Now, Tim, give me a number between 1 and 5.
3.
Okay, I'm gonna randomize this 3 times. That way it mixes up the numbers. 1, 2, 3. Wait, now I'm getting a dang code. Let's see if it lets me type a name in here. It would. Okay. I'm still good. I can type names in there. All right. I randomized it. Here we go. Let's see. Man, now I'm having all the technical difficulties. This is crazy.
Right.
Give me 1 second. Y'all talk amongst each other while I fix this.
No, it's because we're starting. That's why. That's all good. That's why we do this now, is we can fix it and have it ready to go.
All right. I think we're good now. Let's see.
Robert Kelly did say good thing Hunter has been banned, or he'd have a hat trick.
What's he banned from? He ain't banned for nothing.
But whatever. I don't know what he meant by the ban thing. I don't know. I have no fucking idea.
All right, here we go. First name. I'm reaching over. All right. You guys are going to see it first. I know it's backwards, but Ryan Ballesteros. Ryan will be number 1.
So inside this bracket you're doing, it's random on the number. It's not 1 through 12, right?
Right. So it's listed, and that is randomized. So he's going in number 1, which is actually the number 2 spot on my list.
All right.
So it's all random.
All right.
It's all random, trying to be as fair as possible. All right, number 2. Number 2. All right. Let's see. AJ Henson.
Jeremy Parker, to answer your question, this is right-handed round robin.
Right hand, 220 North American Invitational. All right. So, number 3. Who's that? Bo Olson. Number 3. I wish I could share this screen, but like I said, it spazzed out last time I tried it. Let's see here. All right, number 4. Let's see. Ronnie Morales. I don't know Ronnie too much.
Ooh, he's a Texas boy, man.
He looks like he's a pretty hefty guy,
He is.
I know AJ. He's a legend. He's been around the sport forever.
I think the last time they pulled right and left, but that was at 198, and they both cut for that. So they're both coming in big.
Okay. And then Bo, I know he's Midwest?
Yep. He's
I've heard the name.
Kansas City boy.
I got you. And Ryan, I don't know Ryan. I've talked to Ryan. He's coming to our December event, but I don't know him on like an arm wrestling level.
NorCal guy. Northern California.
Okay. Be exciting to see how they shake out with these guys. All right, here we go. Number 5. Number 5. I don't know if I can get it undone. That'll be
Jordan Sill.
Jordan Sill.
The Thrill.
Hopefully, did he just have a baby?
Yep.
Man, congrats, Jordan.
He has a starting 5 now. Basketball team.
He has 5 kids?
Yeah, 5 kids now. Yep.
Man.
That poor man. That poor. I know all about those 5 kids, man. God, Lord.
I got 2, and that's enough for me, man. That's enough for me. All right, number 6. Here we go. Number 6. I believe that's Arson, right?
Arson, yep.
Yep, Arson. So Arson is what? He's the latest addition.
Yep. Yeah, he took my spot.
So tell us about Arson because I'm not overly familiar.
So he trains with Vazgen and all those guys outside of LA. Strong. Just had a super match with Dallas Langston, won 3-1, turned around and swept the tournament. Very, very strong hook puller. Strong hands. All those guys have strong hands. So, yeah, I mean, he's explosive. He reminds me of the 220 version of Craig Tullier. He's so fast. And for a big guy to be fast, I mean, I think he walks around at like 212,
Okay.
215 maybe. But man, he's explosive. So, and I think that a lot of that thing come down to this is who's going to get their hit. I think there could be some good flash pins in here, which could really change the outcome of this whole
Yes.
thing. When you got some lighter guys coming up to the bigger guys who maybe are cutting weight, those lighter guys are going to be so much faster. We're dealing with something a lot different. Even in the 98s, all those guys can be explosive. When you
Yep.
get 220s, 242 super, we're tend to be a little bit slower at the table.
Yep.
So when you get those smaller guys coming up to pull them, hey, you don't have to be stronger. You just got to be quicker.
Yeah, and I mean, look at every round robin that's happened.
Yeah.
The speed has won in every go round. Hunter
Yeah.
won the 4s. He won the 76s. Eli won the 76s left. I mean, he was just exploding through people. Craig,
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, that's definitely an interesting point. I'm curious to see how much the speed does fall off because 220, you're still right there floating. When you get in the 242s and the supers, that's gonna be, sheesh, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so. All right, so looking at a couple early matchups that's already set as we're halfway through. I got half the names pulled. Round 1, we got Jordan Sill and Ryan Ballesteros. They're pulling. The rest of the matches in round 1 isn't set yet. And then Jordan Drew Bo Olsen, round 2. Ronnie Morales pulls Arson, round 2. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
AJ pulls Ronnie, round 3. Jordan Sill and Arson, round 4.
Yeah, that's a good time to pick him up. So that's interesting. That's interesting. Let's see how some of this unfolds.
Round 5 is Arson and AJ, and then Ryan Ballesteros and Bo Olsen. So I mean, it's shaking out, man. It's gonna be. I want to see where Craig falls and Brent. I really want to see where they fall. You got Ryan Ballesteros and Arson. They're pulling last, and Jordan Sill and Ronnie Morales will be pulling round 11 as well. So
nice.
All right, here we go. Number 7. Andre. I forgot about Andre. I keep forgetting about these people.
Yeah.
I would say Andre's probably. I'd say he's considered a favorite.
Yeah, I mean, what he just did with, Jerome Loud, yeah, I mean, I would say he's up there right now, But again, a guy who's cutting a little bit of weight that's not that fast, but he's very strong. So
yeah, I wonder how much weight he's gonna have to cut.
He came in at I think 229. I think for the East-West finals. So but he was big. He looked big. Now I don't know if he cut weight to get to that, but he
That was kind
looked
of my
big.
question. And the weigh-in times, and he's very concerned about his weight. So I was like, well, dang, man, how much are you gonna have to cut? But he'll make it. I mean, he'll be fine. I was just kind of curious on that. So
I would imagine he's cutting about 15. Yeah.
he's a big guy, man. He's a real big guy.
Yep.
All right, number 8. Here we go. Oh, dropped a list. All right, here we go.
Brent Rockers.
Brent Rockers. Okay, so he's number 8. Still no Craig, but Brent. Adding him to the bracket. Andre Shark, Brent Rockers, round 1.
Oh shit!
It's going down.
That's awesome.
Gonna be crazy.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's the match right there that can shake up this whole bracket. Depends on how long this war goes for. That could be some strategic by one of their parts. If you see them battle it out, or you see someone lay down early.
That's crazy. That's a great match for round 1. I mean,
and knowing both of those guys, neither one of them are laying down.
That's what I found funny, like going through all these round robins. We've always, did these podcasts and we ask, and everybody's like, yeah, I would consider laying down. But then when the time comes, I've not seen anyone really lay down that's in contention. It's like, nah, screw that. All right, here we go. Round 9.
Damn, that's crazy.
But Brent, you got to consider him a heavy favorite too. I mean,
oh yeah,
in that top 3 range, I would say. Here we go. Number 9. Roger.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, he's another one, man. He's kind of the quiet, funny guy that no one really talking about. But I mean, Rogers, he's a beast. We'll see.
The amount of hook pullers that are in this 220 is unreal as well. I would probably say 80% of them are hook pullers. I mean, they have a top roll, but their dominant is hook pulling.
Yeah.
I don't care what Brent says. He's a hook puller. He said, I got a top roll. Yeah, you do, but you're a hook puller.
Yeah. Every match I've seen, well, not every match, but a majority of matches where he's in it, it seems to be in the hook. But
yeah.
I mean, so inserting Roger, Arson, Roger, round 1.
That's good. I think
that can tell us a lot too.
Yeah, that's a banger. He's got to be quick.
Talking about all these guys battling it out and stuff, Robbie said that's what makes these great.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the one round, but it could be followed by another hell of a match.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be nuts.
Yeah, this one has the, it doesn't have the hype because, maybe I did a crappy job at promoting it. I've just been so overwhelmed. I kind of ran them all too close together, if I'm being real, because I feel like I didn't get to put the time into really putting out videos and putting out graphics for this thing. But I'm going to tell you, this has the talent to match up with the rest of them. I've just did a shitty job of it. But, if you look at the names and you look at the matchups, this is going to be a crazy event.
Oh, yeah. No, that's going to be good. We're throwing it out there more and more.
Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Round 10, or not round 10, but number 10. Craig. All right, here we go. Where does he land? Round 1 here. Craig Tullier. Okay, so Craig drew AJ Henson first round. I believe they probably pulled, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, who else did he get? He's got Andre round 2. But keep in mind, Andre's going to be pulling Brent round 1.
Yeah,
this is going to land.
That's interesting. Interesting.
That's all right. Number 11. Here we go. Let's finish these out, and then we'll go through some potential matchups here. Number 11, Ryan Bellinger.
There you go.
So Ryan from South Carolina.
He just won the 209 East versus West in Florida.
Yes. Very familiar with Ryan. He's one of my good buddies. He trains with Adam, you know,
Yeah.
Chad, Hunter. They got a good squad.
Yeah.
Shane. I mean, so I gotta believe that he's at least gonna come in hungry and ready. You know, I talked to him. He was the first one that really wanted on the list for the 220s. He hit me up before I even did the 98s and said, "When you do 220s, I want in." I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he's not gonna have to cut for it. I mean, I think he's gonna walk right in at 220, so that's
Yep.
gonna be even better for him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So that'll be
Who's that?
interesting.
Who's that leave us? Michael Bedwell, number
I
12.
believe so. So number 12 is Michael Bedwell.
Yeah.
So I'm not overly familiar with Michael. I've been checking his Facebook out a little bit, but I don't know too much about him. So I'll be interested to learn a little bit more of him. Where's he from?
He's it's either Texas or Florida. He's back and forth.
Okay.
He might be stationed in Texas now. But yeah, I know he was bouncing back and forth, but I'm pretty sure he's East Texas, and I think Ronnie Morales is West Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Get some Texas boys in there, man.
Yeah, he has
They
some
got talent.
good wins over Caleb Ricks. He has some wins over that big tall guy in Texas, that 220 guy. Ryan Carter. There's some
Oh,
wins on
okay.
Ryan Carter. Yes, I mean he's strong.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, the brackets are set. So here I'll do a quick rundown, round by round. Round 1, Jordan Seal, Ryan Ballesteros, Andre Shark versus Brent Rockers, AJ Henson, Craig Tullier, Michael Bedwell, Ronnie Morales, Arson and Roger, and then Bo Olson and Ryan Bellinger. So that's round 1. I think there's 2 matches on that list that's just circled as really important matches.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones could really go either way, I feel like. But yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see Brent and Andre, and then Arson and Roger that go round. I think. I mean, really all of them. But if I'm having to pick,
Yeah. What's key there is leading into rounds 2 and 3 for those other guys who are gonna maybe have faster matches or not. I mean, could be bangers as well. Every match is gonna be a banger, but those ones they're gonna tell who's doing what later on. That's
oh yeah,
very interesting.
I'll say with the 76s, we had a couple guys that was just flying through it early, and then by the time 6 and 7 rolled around, they started to slow down, and it really costed them. So yeah. Definitely early rounds are important. Round 2, we got Bo Olson, Jordan Seal, and then Ryan Ballesteros, Brent Rockers, Ryan Bellinger and Michael Bedwell, Ronnie Morales, Arson, and then Roger versus AJ, and then Craig versus Andre. And like I said, Andre pulls Brent round 1. So if Craig still has, Craig pulls AJ Henson, I don't know what type of match that'll be. I don't know if it'll be a quick one or a grinder. But if Craig, either way, if he loses quick or wins quick, he could, with his explosiveness, maybe get through Andre. I'm not sure. It'll be interesting to see. That's another light guy and a heavy guy.
Damn. That's good. That's good.
Gonna be crazy. All right, round 3. Ballesteros versus Tullier. Arson versus Bellinger. Shark versus Kangingham. Brent Rockers versus Jordan Seal. Michael Bedwell, Bo Olson, and AJ Henson versus Ronnie Morales. So Andre drew Brent Rockers, Craig Tullier, and Roger Kangingham 1, 2, 3.
Have a day.
Man. All right, Andre, you better. He's gonna think we rigged this on him now. That's a tough 3 right there. Brent and Jordan. I don't know. Did you just pull Jordan?
Yeah.
You won.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, we'll see which type Jordan shows up. You've seen him where he's a bad mofo.
Yeah.
But
he's gonna come in. He's gonna come in ready and heavy.
I hope so. Let's see here. Arson and Ryan. I mean, that's a banger for Ryan if he wants Ryan Bellinger. He's trying to put himself on the map. No better chance to do it right there with Arson. I mean,
Yeah, he has that good stop hook too, where he stops people and has to battle it out. So that could be a banger of a match too.
Okay. All right, let's go to round 4. Round 4 is Bellinger versus Ballesteros, Jordan Seal versus Arson, Michael Bedwell versus AJ Henson, Roger Cunningham versus Craig Tullier, Ronnie Morales versus Brent, and Bo Olsen versus Andre. So the first one that pops off to me is Roger and Craig. Both very explosive. Craig short, Roger very tall.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
I think, yeah, I mean, and it's what they pulled, 2 years ago now? 2 years ago they pulled?
I'm not sure. How'd that go?
They, Tullier won. It was at Monster Factory.
Oh, he pulled Roger?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I must have missed that one.
Yeah, he pulled Roger, and I pulled Roger's training partner, Darren Bills.
Okay.
So I think Roger's probably looking to owe him one on that one.
I think Roger's improved too. I think he has. So yeah. It's gonna be that's gonna be crazy. All right, here we go. Round 5. Round 5, we got Bellinger and Rockers. We got Michael Bedwell and Andre Shark. We got Arson versus AJ Henson. We got Ballesteros versus Bo Olsen. We got Roger Cunningham, Jordan Seal, and we got Craig Tullier, Ronnie Morales.
I'll tell you what. Bo Olsen and Ballesteros are the same people. They're some of the nicest people you'll meet off the table, but some of the most energetic people I've ever seen on a table. They yell, they scream in each other's faces like this. That match is going to be a lit match. No matter what they do before that, there's going to be so much emotion and screaming at each other. That's going to be freaking awesome.
I'm excited to see that because those are two pullers that I'm not, overly familiar with. So, yeah, I'm going to go in that with a blind eye,
Bo Olsen's a legend, man. Back in the day with the Wall days, I mean, he's no joke. He's no joke. So, and he has his own training club that everybody goes to up there in the Midwest. That he has some banging guys out there too. So
Jeremy Parker asked a question. He asked, "Is this the deepest class, or is it the most competitive class?"
Probably, I don't know, man. I feel like the 98 was just, I really feel like that was deep, but I knew more of those guys,
Right.
I don't know, to the extent on some of these guys. So I can't say that. You may be more familiar with it, Tim. You pulled this class.
yeah, so I go off of I'll just throw an example of the North American rankings, for example. The way we all did this is we kept names in there, right? The only ones that weren't in there are guys that used to pull lighter or maybe heavier that weren't in there. Say Bull Olsen and Brent Rockers, right? That totally belong in the top 10, top 12, in my opinion. And then we threw in Arson. He belongs in the top 12, in my opinion. So when you look at the list and some guys in the, say, top 10 that are not in this round robin, they were in the round robin. But they're choosing pretty much not to pull, in my opinion, in North America anymore. So as soon as those people come out, these will be the guys that are going to be in there. They're active. Yeah. They're actively polling. And they're not staying in their home states. They're traveling. So I think with who we added, when Paul Lynn, he needs to be out of there. He's not pulling North America no more. You know, Brandon L. Sesser, he should be in there, but he only wants to pull international now. So when you take out a couple of these guys, these guys are going to be the fillers anyways, in my opinion. So I think that it only makes sense, and I think it is a very, very deep class.
Yeah, that I like the way you explain that. That makes sense. It is almost like those guys should probably be out of the rankings if, or maybe like an asterisk by, right? Like, hey, look, you're number one. You live in the United States. but we recognize you don't pull here no more. Like you're
Right.
kind of a step above. But yeah, so I mean, it is a deep class. When you read the names and you read the matchups, you start looking at it and you're like, well, damn, that's a banger, and that's a banger, and that's a banger too. And then there's not many that aren't, you know.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
All right, let's do a quick rundown on these next few rounds. Round 6, we got Arson and Brent. That'll be a banger. Michael Bedwell, Craig Tullier, Ballesteros versus Henson. We got Bo Olsen versus Roger Canningham. Ryan Bellinger, versus Ronnie Morales, and Andre Shark versus Jordan Seal. There's several matches in that round, and that's going to be an important round because round 6, you're going to start to, really figure out who. You know what? This might be similar to the 76s, and if anybody watched the 76s, it was it was like a 6-way tie going into round 11. It was crazy. And the way it shook out, it ended up with a 2-way tie. But we had 6 people that could have won that thing going into round 11. And that hasn't happened, but that time only. And this could be a potential, when you look at the end and you got people sitting there with 3 losses, that still might win it.
So with the 54s, when Hunter won, how many did he have any loss?
Yeah, so he had 1 loss to Roman.
Okay, so then the 76s,
Hunter had 2 losses.
2 losses, and then Craig had 0 losses.
Craig had 0, and
I'm predicting the winner to have 2 losses in this.
2 losses.
And I think it's going to be a 2-loss pull-off, in my opinion.
Yep, that's how Hunter and Dalton did.
Yep.
A best of 3 at the end, and that was it.
Damn.
And then also we had a 4-way tie for 3rd place. That was crazy.
Man, these people are so lucky I'm not in this anymore. I'm telling you what. Whoa.
Oh man, hey, I know how it is when you're running an event, bro. It's ridiculous. There's no way you could be fully focused.
No.
It's hard.
I've been on the phone for 6 hours today working on it so far. There's too much. There's too much.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
oh yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right. So round 7, we got Ryan Bellinger, Jordan Seal. We got Brent Rockers versus AJ Henson. We got Michael Bedwell versus Roger Canningham. We got Bo Olsen versus Ronnie Morales. Arson versus Craig Tullier. And Ballesteros versus Shark. So, yeah, not much more. I mean, I've said everything I can say. All these matches are bangers. Again, if I had to circle one, maybe I'd be interested to see maybe Bo Olsen and Ronnie, because I feel like they're both pretty damn hefty guys. They're a little bit, thick. And they're 2 guys that I'm not overly familiar with. So I'd circle that one. But, importance maybe Arson and Craig. I don't know.
I'm circling when I'm watching this thing and I'm doing my predictions because I'm not reffing. I'm doing a bunch of different things. Yeah. I'm circling every match Craig Tullier's in. It's going to be a banger match.
Oh, of course.
Because he doesn't slow down, right? And him being the lightweight with probably the best endurance out of everybody in this thing, man, and he can bang with the big guys. We've seen it for 20 years. So I think even if he has killer matches, that's just going to fuel him up for the next match because I don't think he's going to slow down. So it's going to be crazy. And that's like, what, round 8?
That's round 7. So he'll still be good by round 7.
Damn, that's insane.
So round 8, Brent Rocker. Oh, here we go. Round 8. This is it. Brent Rockers, Craig Tullier. That's the match that I circled before we even started this.
Yeah.
I wanted to know where that shook out. Round 8, Brent Rockers, Craig Tullier. Real quick, what do you think about that match?
Man, I think it depends on how Brent does coming up. I think we know how Craig's going to do coming up with his endurance. And Brent has great endurance too. I mean, he's damn near 2% body fat. But he does tend to get in longer wars than Craig does. So It's gonna be there. Are gonna be some strategic things going on. You know, when you're pulling and you get to round 3, 4, 5, and maybe you see someone in your eyes that you thought you might lose to, but they already have a loss, and maybe you don't have any. You might lay down to take a break,
Yeah.
depending on who you think you get in a war with, or I mean, not even lay down, but you try to get to your spot, and if you know it's not your spot or you're going, you might elbow foul and try it again, and then after that, say fuck it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
It is, man. It is. So yeah, that's the match I circle. That's the match I'm most interested to see out of this whole thing. I think those two guys are probably that. If I had to make my predictions, that'd probably be number 1 and number 2 for me.
Yeah.
At least top 4. I think both those are top 4 for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
So finishing out round 8, Bedwell versus Seal. Ronnie Morales versus Shark. Okay. Bellinger versus AJ Henson. Arson versus Bo Olsen. And Roger versus Ballesteros. So, man, I'm going to tell you, Ryan Bellinger's going to get to pull a lot of people he's never pulled. And I'm going to harp on it again, Ryan. Hopefully you're watching. You probably are. You're my boy. Come out here and show out. Put your name on the map because this is your opportunity, man. I'm telling you, you win. Get some wins over these guys, and you'll be looked at.
The best part about him is, and I get styles make matches. I've heard it for 20-something fucking years. But, like, he just came out and swept Eric Wolf. Eric Wolf has wins on a lot of these guys. So, I mean, we'll see. He has some funky tricks, right? You know, he used to train with, like, Kenny Hughes. He does some funky shit at the table.
Yeah.
So, and he's very, very hyper. So that throws a lot of people off too. He's very fucking hyper.
Oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
Ryan,
okay, what'd you say, Chris?
Ryan said he's never pulled any of these guys, but he'll be ready.
Ryan Bellinger.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So he's never pulled any of them.
That's what he's saying. I've never pulled any of these guys. I'll be ready.
Okay. All right,
I think there's probably 3, maybe 4 guys that have probably never pulled a single person on this list.
That's what it's about when we design these things.
Yeah.
You don't get to see the best pull each other like we should.
Right.
If I had it to choose, and I understand why you can't, I get it. Travel, expenses, there's not a shit ton of money in it. I understand. But like if I had my dream world, like these guys would be pulling each other multiple times a year all together. And then we'd see how it shook out at the end. Don't be afraid to take 5, 6 losses on the year. When you come out, you're still winning at the end, you know? Like, I feel like some guys are kind of, and not the guys that are in it, because the guys that are in it are, you know, they've stayed solid. You've seen it. Not many people on this list that are still rocking with us have even had the thought of, I might not make it. No, they're hungry. Like, they're coming to win.
Yeah.
And I feel like some guys, you know, I'm not calling names, and I'm not even saying anybody specific, but some people are afraid to take a loss or two. You know, man, you can't have that mentality, in my opinion. But it's going to be interesting to see how it shakes out.
I'm not even going to mention names because we've had, 4 or 5 people drop out.
Yeah.
So nobody's going to guess. But just having one of those people out of 5 saying, there's nobody there for me. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That's crazy. Like, bro, you need to take a couple steps back. You're out of your damn fucking mind. That's crazy.
And, you know, some people have valid reasons. You know, some people have matches. I totally get it. And look, go win them. We're cheering for you. You know, no hard feelings. But I'm just saying, man, this is eventually, I feel like this, you know, format, this little 12-minute deal that we got going on, I want this to take place like a Arnold's, you know, like, man, this is the premiere. Like, you win this damn thing, you in the United States or in North America, you're the cream of the crop, man. But you know, it is what it is. A lot of these guys, they don't really care about that. It's more different. You know, they have different drives, but it's okay. All right, so round 9. Oh man, okay, so Remember what I just said, Brent Rockers versus Craig Tullier, round 8. Well, Brent now turns around and pulls Roger round 9. So that'll be interesting. And then Craig turns around and pulls Jordan Seal. So, God, dude, these matches are they're so tough to call because the variables, but I'm very excited to see all of them. Bo Olsen pulls AJ Henson, Michael Bedwell versus Arson, Ryan Bellinger versus Andre Shark, round 9, and then Ronnie Morales and Ryan Ballesteros. So that rounds out round 9. Which one are you circling?
All of them. It's round 9.
Yeah,
It's round 9.
yeah, round 9.
Any one of those could go any way because it's round 9.
Yep.
Anything after round 8 to me is a coin flip. I don't care if someone's undefeated. I don't care if someone has 0 wins. After round 8, it's a coin flip, in my opinion.
I completely agree. I figured
it'd be more around round 6.
Round 6?
Yeah.
You see, some of these guys are still hungry at that point. They're fighting because some of them are still fighting to stay. Because we're probably gonna have like just real quick. There's 2 big monitors, right? And we'll have on the left monitor, we'll have up there who's up to the table next. It will show it, right? But on the right one, we're going to have wins and losses. So these guys are going to actively see the whole time what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
And for me, I ain't looking at that board. But some people peek at it and go, fuck, I got to win this now. I got it. Now, it's now or never. I'm dead in the water. So that's going to tell those rounds 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are crucial fucking rounds.
Yeah.
Especially if you took an early loss or 2.
I like that too because I haven't had them on monitors like you're saying, but that's going to be great because normally the people are coming up to me asking me, hey, how many wins do I have?
Yeah.
And you can, when I tell them and they're like, well, how many wins does the leader have? And you can see the pressure build, man. They're like,
Yeah.
Let me start doing math in my head. I can't take another loss or it's wraps.
It's just another thing my production team loves when I add shit to them.
Oh, dude, you got killer ideas. I like it. I can't wait to see it. I do think by round 6, you'll probably know the top half, I would say, for sure.
Yeah, they'll all be up. They'll all be up there.
Yep. All right, so round 10, Roger versus Ronnie Morales. We got Craig Tullier versus Ryan Bellinger. Jordan Seal versus AJ Henson. Arson versus Andre.
That's a
Bo
banger.
Olsen versus Brent Rockers, and Michael Bedwell versus Ryan Ballesteros.
That Arson versus Andre in the 10th round could decide top 4 right there if one person's in it and one person's out of it.
Yeah, for sure. If I'm just doing like some quick predictions in my head, I would have Arson top, at least money, right? At least top 6.
Yeah.
And same for Andre. So yeah, what you're saying could determine, how much money you're making. Or hell, they could be winning it. I don't know. Like they're definitely contenders to win it. So yeah, that's gonna be good. And then Bedwell and Ballesteros, they're 2 of the more unknowns. They could be up there. Because honestly, in every round robin, we've at least had one guy that was just completely overlooked. In the 98s, it was Casey Coley. In the 76s, it was Cody Wood. He's a 54 guy. He finishes 3rd. Like, you would not have expected that. So odds are you'll probably get one of those in this 220 where you look at it at the end and you're like, oh, damn, dude, he finished money? Wow. Okay. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see who that is.
I thought a big underdog that was going to do really well. I think he did do really well. Was Eli Browder or whatever.
He did.
He showed out. I had him as an underdog top 3, and everybody called me crazy.
Yeah, I think he finished 4th or 5th.
4th, yeah.
Yeah. So, and man, he had just got back from Worlds too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Imagine if he had a couple weeks, I would like to. I can't wait to circle back and do this all again to see how people change and see how the results change, who improves. It's gonna be cool. All right, so last round, here we go. So final round, round 11. We got Craig Tullier, Bo Olson. We got Brent Rockers, Michael Bedwell. We got Ryan Ballesteros, Arson. We got Andre Shark versus AJ Henson. We got Jordan Seal versus Ronnie Morales. And we got Roger Cunningham and Ryan Bellinger. And that is round 1. That's your final round.
That's good, because a lot of those matches, when we have our predictions of top 4, and I think we're probably all on the same page with that, those guys are pulling guys that we don't think they're in the top 4. So that could just be bangers, because one of them could already have a spot that they already know they're solidified. This person needs another win. He might just get the win because this person already knows he's good. So that could be interesting.
Yeah, that is how it shook out. I mean, there's no matches that you look at and you're like, well, that could be 1 and 2. So yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm gonna post this, and I'll post this image, and everybody can go share it. Make your predictions. Be interesting to see how the public perceives it, because they missed a couple on the 76s and they missed a couple on the 98s too. So yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited. I can't wait to do it. It's coming up quick, man.
It is. It's too quick.
Yeah, very, very quick. We got the women round robin in 2 weekends. You'll be here Friday night, reffing that. You'll get to ref my super match too.
There you go.
I got a little super match with Miguel LeBlanc from Canada. So
all right, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Be interesting. But yeah, man. I guess we'll wrap it up unless you guys got anything else. I'll post this and the bracket image so people can go through and see it. And yeah.
All good. All good. I love it. Had great matches. Great matches. Don't think it could have turned out any better.
It shook out nice. It did. It definitely did. All right, guys. I think we're gonna call it. We might try to do something this weekend, or I don't know. I'll announce something as far as another episode if I plan on doing one. But yeah, we got the women again. We got the women round robin May 17th and 18th. We'll be live for that. So tune in and watch it, man.
That's it.
All right, guys. Peace.